See, the first few punches, he was kind of fast, so I wasn't really seeing his punches. I'm like, oh, snap. Like, forget me too. Looking around. So he was fast. I'm like, he was a little faster than I expected. Like, I was like, how fast can he be when I was in the gym? I'm like, how fast can a regular human being be? Like, and I was like, oh, he's pretty fast. So I give him that. He's fast. He wasn't hurting me, though, but it was fast. But as soon as I started to see his punches, like, in the middle, like, the beginning of the end of the second, going into the third round, I started to see his punches, slipping his punches, and that's when I started landing a couple body shots and broke them down.
So that's fascinating. So he's really fast. You didn't know what to make of it at first, but then you start seeing him. Then it doesn't seem like he's quite as fast anymore.
Because I went into the fight thinking like, how fast can he be? Like, he can't be that fast. So like, I didn't underestimate it, but I was just like, come on, like, he ain't a superhero. But it was really fast. So I was like, I got a depth to this real quick. So I started to see all his punches.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So that was Danny Garcia speaking on Amir Khan's speed and the fact that he is fast. You know, he was shocked on his speed, but also a lot. This is about Amir Khan. He has good length. You know, he's a long dude. You know, so on that note, caught Danny Garcia by by surprise, but in that same interview, he also said once he calmed down, he starts seeing the punches. One of the mistakes that Amir Khan does is that he basically he throws a combination, but it's a predictable combination. It's not like he has he has different type of combination he throws. He throws a combination and he resets. And those are the type of guys that Mayweather loves to fight. I mean, loves to fight. Throw a combination and you reset. Because in between that combination, he let you throw the first two, then boop, he catches you, right? If Danny Garcia, who he's flat-footed, but he's a mobile flat-foot. You know, he likes to pace himself as he goes around, but he's still a little flat-footed. You know, he doesn't bounce around the ring. He's not as mobile as other fighters are. Definitely, comparatively to Floyd Mayweather. But the thing about Garcia is he likes to time your punches. Even in the first round, I know everyone said, "Oh, Khan was blowing away Danny Garcia." Oh, he was just if the fight kept if he didn't hit him in the neck while closing his eyes. Danny Garcia said it throughout the combination. Amir Khan kept throwing a combination where after the uppercut, he throws a hook. So he waited to uppercut. He goes, if I tilt my head to the side, uppercut's gonna graze me, and I'm just gonna catch him clean. And that's how he got him. He just timed him. He was timing him since the first round. Watch that fight over again. Just watch it. Every time Amir Khan gets into combination, you hear boop, and that hard hit you heard is Garcia throwing the punches. If you listen to it to the sport Sky One feed, the one in England, Jim Watt is a commentator on that channel. He does a great job, very unbiased and very clear to the point. And he was saying, Danny Garcia is actually, timing Khan. But the point I'm trying to make is this: back on this video about speed kills. Yeah, speed kills. I mean, that's a nice cliche for Khan, but if this fight does happen, I have no interest in watching this fight. Like, throw it in there, no interest. But the reason I have no interest, I don't think Khan is gonna be a good match. I think it's gonna be a good match to Floyd. Regardless if he got knocked out or not. People get knocked out and losing, that's overrated. If the fighter's a good fighter, they're a good fighter. They got knocked out. Style makes fight. Just like Manny Pacquiao got his ass knocked out. Still want to see him against Floyd just as much as I did a couple years ago. I think Manny Pacquiao is a better fighter now. To be honest with you, he's more patient in the ring. He moves better. You know, even Marquez said it. Marquez says, Manny Pacquiao is harder to fight now because he's not as wild, and it's harder for me to counter him. And when he was wild, it was easier for Marquez to fight. Watch the first fight. Once Marquez got used to speed, he started attacking Pacquiao all the way to the rest of the fight, all the way to a draw. I mean, when have you seen a guy get dropped 3 times and come up with a draw? Come on. So basically, the reason why I don't want to see this fight because Khan has always been talking about retirement. He's one of those guys that's always wanted to be like Floyd, in the sense of being rich, flamboyant, going around doing things. He's always thought of himself as being greater than he really is. He always talked about being one of the greats. How he might give British Prescott a rematch after he got his ass knocked out. Oh, I offered Tim Bradley and I gave Tim Bradley an offer. During the time Tim Bradley had 2 belts. He told Tim Bradley, you fight Alexander and I'll fight Maidana, and then if you win, then I'll fight you. It's just like Khan has always thought of himself as being. He always been so arrogant, and he's always been talking about retirement. When fighters have retirement in the back of their mind, it shows that this fight he probably just going there for a paycheck. So I don't expect him to. I think once he gets the contract, once he gets paid, it's gonna be like, oh, whatever. He's gonna go in there, he's gonna make an effort, but the minute he start getting tagged, he's gonna start running around the ring. He's gonna try to make it exciting, but that's about it. He's not gonna go for no kill. So with that being said, I don't want to see this fight only because of I don't think Khan's really serious. I think he's in there for the check. Though I think if he really put his mind to it, if he was really into boxing, it would make for a great matchup. So that's my point right there, man.